Kobo Abe, an overview. An important figure in contemporary Japanese literature, Kobo Abe attracted an international audience for novels exploring the alienation and loss of identity experienced by many in Japanese society after World War II. Abe's novels, plays, and screenplays drew from developments in Western avant-garde literature rather than from Japanese sources. His work was successful abroad and often translated into English and other languages. His fiction is rich in allegory and metaphysical implications, employing an intriguing combination of detailed realism and bizarre nightmarish fantasy. He was also a noted theatre director and photographer. Works in biographical and historical context. A childhood in Manchuria. Kimifusa Abe was born in Tokyo, Japan on March 7, 1924. When he was an infant, his father took the family to Manchuria in northern China, where he served as a doctor in the city of Mukden. Japan captured Manchuria in 1931, going on to attack mainland China in 1937. Growing up in a foreign country occupied by Japanese forces gave Abe a certain ambivalence about his Japanese identity. Displaced from his home country, disgusted by militant nationalism and by the conduct of the occupying army, he changed his name from Kimifusa to Kobo, a more Chinese-sounding rendering. He had already discovered the sense of alienation that would pervade his creative work. Post-war Japan. As a young man, Abe attended a private high school in Tokyo. He was a voracious reader, preferring works by philosophers such as Friedrich Nietzsche and Karl Jaspers, and literature by Fyodor Dostoevsky, Edgar Allan Poe, and Franz Kafka. In 1943, at the height of World War II and following his parents' assistance, Abe entered the medical school at Tokyo University. Yet, he took no pleasure in preparing for a medical career. The stress was so intense that at one point he checked himself into mental hospital. Abe began to experiment in writing poetry and fiction as the war was ending. His first novel, The Road Sign at the End of the Road, was published in 1948. The same year, he earned his MD degree. Encouraged by his literary success, he never practiced medicine. Some critics believe Abe's scientific studies may have developed his abilities to describe situations and even emotions. In the troubled years following Japan's military defeat in World War II, Abe joined a group of avant-garde writers and intellectuals attempting to reassert humanistic values through art. Under the influence of Hanada Kyoteru, Abe became interested in European surrealism and Marxism and how to combine them. He soon became known for his fiction. He won prizes for his short story Red Cocoon 1950 and his novel The Crime of Mr. S. Karuma, which was published in 1951. The latter work typifies Abe's thematic obsessions. Its narrator loses the ability to communicate with other people. His popularity grew quickly. Abe was the first major Japanese writer to present avant-garde narratives of urban alienation in keeping with Japan's rapid post-war urbanization. Some traditional Japanese artists remained committed to a more pastoral vision of the nation, which had largely disappeared by the early 1950s when the American occupation ended. The devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki by atomic weapons also hovered over post-war Japanese culture. Apocalyptic fears drive the absurdist plot in the Enter Ice Age 4, which was published in 1959, a science fiction novel set in a futuristic Japan threatened by melting polar ice caps. Abe garnered international acclaim for The Woman in Dunes 1962, both as a novel and as a 1965 film by the celebrated director Hiroshi Teshigahara, a hit at the Cannes Film Festival. This work remains one of the most widely appreciated pieces from post-war Japan. The Kafkaesque novel relates the nightmarish experiences of a teacher and amateur entomologist, Nikki Jompe, who is enslaved by a group of people living beneath a huge sand dune, including one fascinating widow who is determined to keep him with her. At first, Junpei seeks to regain his freedom, but he gradually finds meaning in his new circumstances and rejects an opportunity to escape. The shifting sands that constantly endangers this community constitute a metaphor expressing Abe's sense of the puzzle of human existence. The Woman in the Dunes fully explores a central theme of Abe's fiction, the obliteration of identity. The theme recurs in the next three novels. The Face of Another 1964 uses motifs from detective fiction to tell the story of a man who wears a mask to cover disfiguring scars. In his new guise, the protagonist, who seems to lose his identity, manages to seduce his own wife. The Ruined Map 1967 carries the detective genre to an outrageous conclusion. The hunter and the hunted merge as a detective and deceptive who gradually assumes the identity of a man he has been hired to locate. Teshigahara directed film of the both stories from screen adaptation by Abe. Like Woman in the Dunes, The Boxman 1973 advances a narrative through a striking metaphor. The narrator of this work casts off his ordinary middle-class existence to live in the cardboard box, which he equips with the enough items to sustain his daily life. Free from the constraints of society, the narrator invents his own idealistic life. Kobo Abe was also a notable playwright. His early stage works showed the influence of Marxism and existentialism. His most successful work for the theatre, Friends 1967, critiques Japanese communal values, which Abe sees a stifling individual creativity. The family that invades the apartment of the hapless protagonist manages to take over, eradicate him over the course of the play. In 1973, Abe began his own theatre group, the Kobo Abe Studio, which produced many of his best-known dramas. His wife, artist Machi Abe, prepared many the stage's designs for the plays. Many of these productions emphasized movement rather than dialogue, as Abe attempted to create a theatrical style to express surrealistic images visually. Abe's novel Secret Rendezvous 1977 emphasizes setting a cavernous hospital rather than character. Searching for his wife at the facility, a shoe salesman discovers that the hospital is run by an assortment of psychopaths, sexual deviants, and grotesque beasts. The novel presents the reader with a puzzle, but no solution. Abe took 7 years to write The Ark Sakura 1984, a farcical version of the story of Noah's Ark. Mole, the protagonist, has decided to load a few people into an ark for protection from an impending nuclear holocaust. His vision of a apocalyptic society inside the ark is thwarted by 3 confidence men he has enlisted as a crew member and by the invasion of street gangs and cantankerous elderly people. Abe's dark humor conveys troubling ideas about nuclear war, old age, and those on the margins of society. Abe died of heart failure on January 22, 1993 in a Tokyo hospital. Abe's work in literary context. Because of his alienation from Japanese culture, Kobo Abe remained aloof from classical Japanese literature. His work is far removed from the aesthetic vision and the strategies of older Japanese writers such as Kawabata Yasunari, or of traditional cultural form such as Noh theatre. Instead, his literary influences are primarily Western. Among them are Nietzsche, Dostoevsky, Poe, and Lewis Carroll. Abe recalls reciting the stories of Poe, one of his earliest aspirations, to his high school. When he ran out of Poe's stories, he began making up his own. The objectivity of Abe's style resembles that of other writers who were also trained in medicine, such as Russian playwright Anton Chekhov or the Japanese Meiji writer Mori Ogai. Although their works read quite differently and are composed with vastly different aims, these writers resemble each other in the cool dissection of their perspective. William Curry, in Approaches to the Modern Japanese Novel, finds Abe's stress on concrete and specific details to be culturally Japanese trait. Despite the obvious differences of tone and design among Abe's novels, from science fiction to detective stories to biblical allegory, they all display his consistent thematic concern of alienation and loss of identity. In addition, they all betray the author's concern with the impersonal isolation features of the urban landscape. In a 1973 interview, Abe claimed that loneliness, although a universal phenomenon, is a new theme for the Japanese. The reason is that the concept of loneliness appeared in the urban mode of life. Abe perceived and loathed the growth of futuristic megacities. His Japan is an urban, not a rural nation, and his cities are futuristic, claustrophobic, and labyrinthine. During his lifetime, Abe was foremost Japanese exponent of avant-garde absurdist literature, with the development of another generation of Japanese writers such as Haruki Murakami, whose vision of contemporary life bears similarities to Abe's views of human condition. Abe's work may foretell a broad new Japanese sensibility. Kobo Abe achieved critical and popular success fairly early in his career, Woman in Dunes, the novel and films brought him to worldwide attention. Several of his novels were translated into English in the 1960s. Although some of his books earned better reviews than others, Abe remained perhaps the most translatable Japanese writer of his generation. Abe's critical reception, both in Japan and abroad, has sometimes been ambiguous. For some Japanese readers, Abe sheds too much of the Japanese literary tradition and no longer seems to mirror their perceptions of their culture. Abe himself, who proclaimed his lack of strong ties to his home country, seemed to support this notion. His work shares this unattached vision with that of many other post-war writers around the world.